the Smoke Mistress says, grab your colas and root beer. And friend, rodents, country person, lend her thine ear. Wow, welcome everybody, the two people who are here right now. Glad to see you. We have our seed distributed for this next race in the alternative winners bracket, Phoenix versus Nito. And, it's a double ouch seed. Oy, oy, oy. This could mean something, troublesome or trolly. Both runners are ready. So, WJG is going to be dropping the gate and releasing our rats in another few. Looks like he's got things cropped. Looks like it's you two guys right now, Protoplays. I see a total of 2 viewers in the, oh, now I see 3. Okay. WJG saying, the moment he, and it just did. The moment it hits the top of the hour at noon exactly, and the AM switches over to PM. He has dropped the gate, indeed, and there's our countdown. And here's our stream, indeed. We've got a spiky snail, a floating pancake, a crawly crab, and another spiky snail. Oh. Protoplays collecting lag. Is that true of everyone else as well? Because that might be an issue. But, at any rate, at the moment we are off. With runners heading west, as tends to happen. The opening of these things. A little mushroom-shaped mass on the top of the parlor over the Alcatraz region. Negotiated just as well each time. Oh, there's one runner with Moonfall, one runner without. Rip sync. Well, Phoenix having a relatively pitless through the Tor ruins. Nito a completely pitless, smoky style. Just taking it good and easy and hopping over each little pillar, each former Zebetite. Our first item is a Neller wafer. 'Tis a morph ball, which means our ceiling item is likely to be something menial like ammo or a reverse tank, but could still be something significant. And if it is the runner's... Oh, speaking of significant, dropping down to construction zone first and validating their run right off the bat. Well, there's a springy ball, so that's very nice to have. It eliminates the need for morphing into the air in such cases like that. And Phoenix showing us a vanilla E-tank in the ceiling, which he is going to go ahead and do the Rio D-boost to collect. Oh, and supers at the far right. Nicely done. Huh. Yes, that is a good question, Ghost. Do you hear myself? Maybe it would help you to refresh your window or your tab, Protoplays. Not sure what browser you're using, or if that might be a factor. But both runners eventually successfully collecting the E-tank and back on out of there. Only 5 supers. Nothing in the way of additional extracurricular checks at the moment. Alright. We'll give you a bit of time, Protoplays, to do so. Within... Oh, you're on mobile. Well, that might also be a slight factor. I don't know. I have always used my laptops. Suppose the smoky one could be considered behind the times a bit, at sticking to the laptops all this time, mostly out of just there still being an overabundance of things she enjoys and prefers doing with the Office applications, Word and Excel. But anyway, Nito, the first to make it to Alcatraz, and avoids any falling scree spores to watch out for, so that's good. There should be a little sign there. Watch for falling scree spores. And surprise of surprises, our first power bombs at BC. Well, that's truly unfortunate, Proto. I wish I knew what to tell you. Maybe we'll see if anybody else is having that issue, as it certainly seems Jay is not. I don't know about anyone else. But Nito gets the Alcatraz escape on the first shot. Now armed with 5 hamburgers, is free to make these additional checks. Heads down to Cavity Dental through the root canal first. And there's our first pack of the other variety of ammo, the regular missiles. Phoenix is well making the same check and just barely missing a high 5 in morph ball form through the root canal. Those wall jumps failing us as so often on Nito's end. Climbing back up the parlor. We'll be heading further west. The logical choice. What are we going to find down in the Arnold room? More supers. Alright. That'll be a nice thing if they run into anything that requires some extra power in their shots. Oh, and Phoenix giving us some divergence, heading back down. Back down the climb once more to get more supers himself at the old Mother Brain missiles. Nito is making the... Oh. Okay, not sure if this was me, but I seem to have gotten a little freeze there, a little lag, but not so much that I couldn't see the back gauntlet items, fortunately. High jump on the right, and regular missiles on the left, so I think those will certainly be worth coming back for. Yeah. Well, WJG was speaking beforehand that OBS was giving him a bit of sport, so it's perhaps making him a bit cross. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll see what happens. But now that the race has started, we've got much more of a crowd inside, so thank you very much for joining, as that's going to be the only additional criteria check Phoenix makes. Runs diagonally on down. The Terminator room, as Nito goes to Green Bryn first and finds a gravity suit at Bryn Reverse. Sweet. There's a second pack of power bombs and a third pack of supers, as Phoenix is going to make the same backside gauntlet check, thereby disqualifying him as well in the eyes of one Fry Guy. Oh, I see, WJG. Each time I say that, it reminds me of one of our old news stations here in Maryland, in Baltimore, WJG-TV, channel 13 or something, I believe it was. Early supers holding E-Tank number 2, and early supers floor missiles, giving us the 4th pack of supers for Nito. Phoenix finally chasing him on down into the jungle, armed with 1 additional pack of supers at the moment, but a little behind in that check, just narrowly missing another high 5. Not quite a high jump just yet, but a high five. As Nito has taken it on down to the bottom of the Ediconian shaft. Encounters 4 Betoms, as per usual. Gets a third pack of power bombs. Luckily, does not fall down the trapdoor prematurely, and finds just vanilla super missiles at the Edicune Supers. Phoenix as well, armed with his bathing suit. There's a nice shade of pinkish purple to join. That's gonna make things very helpful, cut down the damage from the enemies by 75%. I presume that's a rhetorical question, only answerable on your end, Proto, as you'll let us know in another moment. That's Phoenix collecting everything in the early Supers Grim Reverse area, as Nito climbs the wall, finds the Plasma Beam. Very nice, that'll put some big power in our shots. In our regular infinite non-ammo shots, and as well 1/3 of the microwave combo. Nito does not quite make it out of there with the mock ball, has to reclimb the wall, but is still in the lead as far as achieved proximity thus far. And he is not opting for the Decora Dance Hall just yet. Looks like he is heading to the Gauntlet. I could see that. Could see making that call, knowing the high jump boots are up and back there. He has 15 total power bombs, so I expect he's going to grab a refill at the ship and perhaps a save. With gravity, the save won't be quite as necessary, and 2 E-tanks, but the acid could still mess you up quite a bit, even though they now have gravity also to move more freely through it. And Phoenix finally remembers my piece of advice in the bottom half of the trapdoor room, and blows away the rest of the enemies with a power bomb. Is climbing his own wall. His own Ediconian wall jumping tutorial wall. There's Nito heading back east through the parlor, over the little mushroom mass, and to the landing site. And look at that. With the mere acquisition of a couple packs of sliders, hamburgers, the acid rain outside has magically stopped. It's a miracle. And he makes the wall jumps relatively quickly. Nice job. Here comes the first shout out to Mr. Fry Guy. Even though, again, they've already been disqualified by him. And Phoenix, makes the makes the call down to Big Pink and spies a Spazer on the mid-missiles pedestal there, and deftly avoids picking it up. Nicely done. So he heads into Mission Impossible, dispatches the 2 giant hoppers, which is not totally necessary, but makes that entry into the bottom half a little easier. Gets regular missiles. Hello, beautiful. And Nito, Smokey validates his run. The acquisition of a certain WB. Right. Whoops. This isn't causing a little more freeze on my end, but just open the emotes here. Proto, that was a facetious remark. They were, wow, speed at charge missiles. This is an amazing seed thus far, and that's a free waterway check. They were both, quote-unquote, disqualified by Fry Guy, whose preferred location is the Gauntlet, for checking the back of it first. So, nice job by Nito. Phoenix also knows high jump is there. Phoenix is not going to check the waterway right now. That's interesting, especially with the ease of already having the gravity suit. Oh, Ghost now hears me. Excellent. There's E-Tank number 3 at the Green Hill Zone missiles. Please let me know if I'm a little behind. Seems like the stream may have been freezing for me for a second. And Phoenix reaches the bottom of the Bryn stairs. Slinkies on down, enters the new bridge. And doesn't have time to mess around with hardly any of the enemies in there whatsoever. He's gonna pop right into the Crimson Tower. Twitch lags. Well, sometimes. And Nito, as predicted, is indeed gonna grab that refill. So, oh, that's a post-gauntlet refill, actually. And a save. And we'll see what his next move is going to be from here. Could go east from this point. If he did in fact grab that save, I had a suspicion he would go east. And he's going to head on towards the wrecked ship. Excellent question, Chad. More supers at Spazer. Wave and High Jump were at the Gauntlet, so Nito has Smokey validated. Good for him. Speed was at Charge Missiles, which was the path Phoenix took. So, oh, okay. Nito has gone east, but stopped in the middle of the drawbridge and decided to go down instead, so is also taking the Red Tower route. He will have a chance to check out the East Wing, what's at Alphas and Betas, and that's a way Phoenix has not yet gone. Phoenix pausing a moment to take off the speed booster and easily make this jump. A jump that can be done with speed booster, but requires some more precision in running along the floor and can be a little annoying, so I don't blame him one bit for turning off speed and now turning it back on. Oh, okay, apparently I am behind. Jay just said space, and I just now saw Phoenix reveal it at the at the Crate missile spots, so I will open this in another tab here. And, just a moment. Wow, also very nicely done. Phoenix with some nice movement items going on here. Still just lacking the other boots, which we saw at the Gauntlet. But presuming Nito goes around and checks out everything else on the way. I opened the wrong thing there. I opened my Twitch instead of SRA's. Here we go. Okay, yes. Yeah. Now see Phoenix just... Oh, blast. And I went ahead and closed out one, and then I closed out the wrong one. I'm just going to refresh here. But I did see Phoenix picking up missiles, courtesy of Kraid, and Nito heading back up. Ghost, you'll want to mark space jump on Phoenix's tracker. He picked that up at Kraid missiles. I don't see anything else on Nito's tracker while I had to refresh there for a moment. But Nito is indeed now heading out to the east side, to the West Ocean, collecting a pack of boringly Neller missiles at the ocean. But Phoenix gets the Ticklish Beam at the Kraid E-Tank. So semi-stacked Kraid there. Not exactly vanilla stacked Kraid, but a couple of nice items finding there. And Nito is indeed into the wrecked ship, has the advantage once more of those high jump boots to get up to the platforms from the floor of the ocean. Finds supers, collects them at wrecked ship dead missiles for a total of 20, 40, 15. Which will give him a nice total going into the Fantoon fight. Still no sign of any microwaving action on the horizon. The Phoenix, meanwhile, has headed on down to Upper Norfair, finds supers and power bombs at the high jump items. The high jump, what would normally be the high jump miners, and just more supers at high jump itself. And we've got our second boss fight total of the race. Oh, beautiful waving plasma beams. Shot repetitively on Nito's side. So powerful. Wave and Plasma, 250 damage just on their own. Just those two beams combined. So I'm going to pause for a quick beverage drinking ASMR here. Power C Dragon Fruit Vitamin Water. Very refreshing. And Phoenix has elected to check just the high jump region of Upper Norfair. Doesn't want to do any hell runs right now. And immediately come back up to visit Meridia. He has speed, so the main street item is unlocked to him if he wants it. Let's see what it is. Ice Beam! Wow, I think he might very well want that. You just wanted to see what the Sizer Supers item was as well. And Phoenix is going to proceed to Dark Rid Validate in just another moment. That is very true, WJJ. It is not product placement, giving a shout out to Vitamin Water. Oh, almost a bit of interference there on that Skulltira on Phoenix's side, but successfully collects his Freeze Beam, as Nito dispatches his first boss, down with the Elephant Ghost. And a swaggy little Moonfall from the main street ledge all the way down to the bottom. Wasn't quite what Phoenix wanted to do, but reaches his fish tank entry platform. Oh, my cat has just entered the room. It's 70 degrees here, so I open the door just to let some fresh air in, and he enjoys that. Phoenix is going to pay a visit on Mama over here. And Nito not quite blowing out all those blocks immediately, but that's alright. The benefit of Spring Ball does not have to use another Power Bomb on them. Phoenix, you want to jump just a little higher there and shoot down to reveal that item. It's going to show us the E-Tank item first, which is Just Missiles. Just Missiles as well at the... whoop, okay. I'm presuming he shot open the item. I think I missed it. Phoenix shot open Mama Turtle's item in the wall, presumably more ammo he didn't want. Yeah, quite, WJG. You know nothing about my cat. And so it would make very little sense to be sponsored by him. Oh, looked like a tank. Oh, okay. Well, speaking of tanks, there's another one. Oh, Chad saying thought it was PBs. Okay, so in that case, we'll just leave that alone for the moment. See if Nito goes there later. And Nito has found E-Tank number 4 at the wrecked ship Westside Supers. Oh, Phoenix finding E-Tank number 5 at the beach. And climbing. Nito, without the Varia suit, is going to play it close to the vest and grab the wrecked ship save for heading on through the spiky room of demise. And Phoenix is jumping and heading further west to the watering hole using that Memu as a little platform. Smart, while still not having the high jump boots, but having speed booster. And finds double supers at the watering hole. We'll presumably go ahead and collect both of them. That's going to put his super total to 55. Almost to the bare minimum, super-wise at least, to fight MB2, but of course that's not going to be enough on its own. Just regular missiles, and that of course is the other reason I must remember to remember that. That of course is the other reason people grab the save at wrecked ship. So just reset in case that item right there, as it was crap. Alright. Phoenix is on out. Is dropping back down into the Crabratory as... oh! Nito being trolled a bit by that pesky atomic, which gets to float around behind things, which is less than fair, but Nito, Saul's speed booster, will be unable to do any sort of attic spark in here, but he has a very powerful beam combo, as earlier established, so he'll wipe out these enemies in a short matter of shots. Phoenix checks out the aqueduct items, gets supers at the missiles, and missiles at the supers, a French vanilla aqueduct. Ah, that's true, WJG. He is indeed in the aqueduct, because there were 2 ouches in this seed, which is not seeming to reflect the nature of this seed thus far, as it has given them some good items. Missiles at the nuclear hub, or excuse me, supers at the nuclear hub. Duh. No one having found the Varia suit yet, Phoenix could have looked for it at Bubble Mountain. It could very well be there. Neither runner has found it yet. Both in the additional areas, they could find it, whereas Phoenix also has not checked locations, speed-locked locations like Criteria Supers and Waterway. Need has Varia? Oh, he's about to find it right here, I guess, or outside at the sky. What, am I still way behind? Where did he get Varia, then? Oh, that was an oversight on my part then. My apologies for that, everybody. Yeah, that was when I was in the process of being behind for real and refreshing, and so neglected to note what Nito got it on. Where the connection is supposed to be apparently strongest, and Twitch does not freeze up on me, or freezes up on me the least, and yet I'm still getting the freeze. Oh, what do you mean, Rip Smokey? Did I disappear or something? Oh, now I have a robot voice? Well, that's great. Maybe I picked the wrong race to commentate here. All around. But Nito finding another E-Tank. It's Sky Missiles. That's 6-0. At least to my knowledge, unless there was another one of those at Alphas and Betas too. Supers at both spots. The runners are finding here at the Crater Maze Missiles and the Precious Missiles. Couldn't think of that name for a second. Well, hopefully that happens a minimal number of times. Phoenix enters his second boss, as Nito is still finishing running around cleaning out the wrecked ship, presumably now looking for charge, and or a very helpful item like screw or space or speed, or maybe even ice. At least 3 of those items we're not going to find here. Phoenix has all 3 of those items, and he knows where high jump is. He just has not been to collect it just yet. Phoenix indeed gets a nice shrimp frying kill. Takes down his second boss. And, yep. And gets regular bombs for it. There's a 7th E-Tank at the bowling missiles. I'll try to again open this in another tab and close out the one that's actually behind this time. And supers at Graph. Okay, so nothing ZB shattering at the wrecked ship. Yeah, Nito has already checked the ocean items, so he's just piecing back out and re-entering the mode. Double-click the X to reset the player. Which X is that? I'm not familiar with that technique. But okay. Yes, I now see Nito just having completed his save at the ship, and bottom right of the stream. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do. With the icons there. Okay, I see that now. That's something I'll have to try to keep in mind for the future. Phoenix is grabbing the aqueduct save and is indeed going to check out at least one of the sand pits here. He's going west first. Not a bad choice with Spring Ball. And Nito is descending back down the climb. Well, I didn't lose the chat, fortunately. And what is Phoenix going to find here? Oh, we're going to have to wait another moment to see. He fell through the crumble block. But Nito getting those supplementary supers. And, well, just power bombs and something else not helpful for Phoenix, so he's going to reset. Back to the aqueduct save. And Nito is taking another elevator ride. Back down to the lobby. Yeah, I didn't quite see what that was either. WJG, but he has bombs and Spring Ball, so it's not like it would have taken him a long time to get up there. Yeah, charge and well, yeah, that we haven't seen between both runners. There is also X-ray, and nothing really useful at the right side sand pit either. So, are we going to have a play on the Shaquille O'Toole? We indeed are. Very nice, as Nito just finds more ammo, more non-vanilla ammo at Billy Mays. So, which I'm sure he's glad to see. Oh, Phoenix getting trolled and knocked all the way back down by the Memus, who he tries to tickle kill on the way down, but no such dice, so makes it up the second time. There's some door transition sync, and Nito drops back down the chimney. Shimmies down the chimney to fill up our stockings. Nito's back across the construction zone, getting a tidy 25 health via drops from the gamers, and is going to take a late meme route on over to find just missiles there. Skip them. Phoenix is chillin', like the villainous Bob Dylan, just waiting for Shaquille to complete his dig job. And he's through, and hopefully Shaquille has something good. I don't count on it. It's going to be Screw Attack. Oh, he's going to want that. That is good. That is a nice little payoff. Nice little dividends from Shaquille. So thank you, Shaq. That'll complete Phoenix's crazy combo. And Nito is wisely going west from the Green Hill Zone into Big Pink. He's going to find a sweet little item right over here to complete his, not complete, but complement his high jump boots. And he is, I presume, yes, he is going to be checking the waterways, not interested in those power bombs. Phoenix is back out the other side of the pants room. It's, knocking away some Puyos with a newly acquired Screw Attack. And just, oh, okay. Nito decided he apparently did want the PBs at Waterway. Yes, after having gone to that additional little trouble of making the check. Phoenix goes through the Oasis, does not go up to Plasma. I guess he has what he wants for right now and is not banking on a really loaded or semi-stacked Meridia, charged thereby being at Plasma. So he's going to drop on through the... oh, I knew I came up with another little cute name for that room. Something having to do with crab. It wasn't the Crabratory or Crabarinth. was something else. Nito is checking Spore Spawn's item as well. I'm not sure we saw Phoenix check this either, but it's just missiles. Say, EJ, welcome. I'm willing to wager that Phoenix was grateful for the screw attack and so decided to let Shaktool dig another day. So that's going to bring Phoenix back on through the red tower basement and climbing back up the shaft. And are we going to see an X-ray check? We are... We will indeed. There's Nito showing us that rising gate in the wave gate room that helps you get out if you need the assistance. And there's another vanilla E-tank. Yes, a count of 8 and 0 with 2 vanilla thus far. Oh, 8 and 1. Well, there's that's a bit of dirty pool right there, putting a reverse tank at X-ray, but it could have been worse. We could have had a reverse tank at Shaktool as well. And Nito also having enough time to see the Spazer and remembering to avoid it. So well done. He's gonna similarly check Mission Impossible and just find missiles down here. Phoenix climbing the rest of the way up the red tower, and so the Smoke Mistress will now get to determine for herself just which of the locations Nito found the Varia suit and what else was here. And Nito about faces, reverses course, and proceeds to slinky on down the Bryn stairs. And Phoenix is about to be handsomely rewarded. And bada boom. Sweet. Okay, that's gonna take Nito into the same room where Phoenix was just a moment ago, and Nito, wisely, though he doesn't realize it, choosing to skip the X-ray check. That check would have bounced heavily. There's another synchronized door transition, bringing Phoenix to the east wing and Nito to the room before Spazer. And Phoenix now having just about everything he wants, being all but in go mode. Still, maybe not totally in go mode. Needs a little more ammo or charge, but he is. I suspected he was heading down. Perhaps. Oh, he wants the best Moonfall in the game. Oh, he really wants the best Moonfall in the game. He's going for it. As Nito spies something beginning with an I with his little eye, and collects an ice beam. Oh, Phoenix still didn't get it. Okay, well, he's firing off some rageful missiles, and he's just going to accept it this time. Where can't who get to yet, WJJ? Oh, you meant to X-ray? Oh, well, I suppose you're right, although he does have, he can get there, technically, with speed and high jump. It's just a little trickier. But, yeah, that is a good point you bring up. And Phoenix has everything he needs to get through Norfair now, and then some. So I presume he's going to head straight on down to the Ridley there. Nito's going to make these same aqueduct checks. And the French Vanilla picks up the supers to put him in ammo go mode, technically. He's got 3070 now. And Phoenix is heading on down. Yeah, without the high jump boots, the wasteland elevator is particularly annoying. But, well, I have some faith in Phoenix. He can, make some cool things happen, as Nito has entered Lake Erie and taken down a sea snack of his own. I'm not sure I remember what there was at Botwoon from when Phoenix came through, but yeah, just ammo, just more supers. And there is a Lower Norfair Hell Ruins entrance. Phoenix going east, the preferred route in these, and I don't expect he'll go to GT or check out the screw item. He's pausing to wipe out the pirates. Might have wanted a drop there or two, health drop, but ended up being counterproductive because he took a hit from one of them. At any rate, he's through the pillars. He is heading on up the worst room, which is going to take a little longer without that very handy high jump. Nito wants the precious supers. Why wouldn't he? They are, after all, precious for a reason. And, oh, Phoenix skimping out on the community loyalty. But that's alright. Can't blame a lot of runners for that, given where it is and what they often have by the time they get down here. It's making me more and more curious exactly where charge is. We could have a vanilla Ridley beam this time, which would be interesting as far as I know anyway. Ridley beam has not been vanilla for quite some while. Still no sign of X-ray either, so Nito is opting to do away with the shrimp by broiling. Shooting with some ammo. Phoenix opts for the Santo Poco save. Not a bad call. With 4 E-tanks. I usually like to have a couple more coming down here. But then again, I'm a bit of a, well, we'll say, wussy. And yes, that is a dead shrimp. Oh, speaking of E-tanks, there's a 5th one for Phoenix. Shameful, yes, but collected, bringing the count to 9 and 1. Here is that aforementioned elevator was being spoken of. And 3 good supers, effectively downing each dojo pirate. Nito, armed with the high jump boots, only needs a very limited window of time to get back up through the precious room. The Colosseum, on the other hand, is gonna be a bit of a bother. Oh, he just misses that second spike D-boost. Some of these D-boosts are just awkward. Again, I don't think I've successfully gotten any of them, but there we go. Phoenix has entered his 3rd boss fight, the Riddler, in his Believe It or Not museum. True. Phoenix has some missiles and power bombs to back him up if he misses too many supers. But it looks like he didn't there, and Ridley picked him up and almost kind of glitched him through the floor, through that little ledge, as he died. So nicely done. And is he holding it? Is the Ridley beam vanilla? It is! Nice. That puts Phoenix in does a little victory dance, puts him in absolute confirmed definitive go mode. All he has to do now is get to the wrecked ship. Phoenix, now I would say, with a big advantage. Nito's next stop should presumably be Lower Norfair as well, where he too will be rewarded. He's going to have a look at the West Side Sandpit items. There's power bombs indeed, and supers. Okay, so Nito with 3080 has been in ammo go mode for a while anyway, so actually might not even check the Ridley item, but if he does, I'm sure he'll still want it. Oh, alrighty. Yeah, it was just about time for the Ridley beam to earn its name back. Fenix is going for the speedball through the wasteland here. Nicely gets it. Greetings, Strut. Greetings, Friv Bliss. Welcome, everybody else. In case you're just joining us, Fenix has taken down his third boss, Ridley, which leaves Nito with 2 bosses. He's heading over to Kraid now. We have not had anything hugely disastrous happen. No soft locks, no deaths, just yet. It's been fairly uneventful in that regard, at least. But Nito completing his Boots trilogy, or his Boots, you know what I'm trying to say there. Getting the space jump. Oh, and Fenix finding a 10th E-Tank for us. At Alkun's missiles. See, Fenix did not have a look at the jail item. I suspect he probably won't have a look at the Franker musket. Oh, no, he will. He will, actually. He's going to use a screw attack to screw down through and find just supers there, and he doesn't need those. What else could he be looking for by this point? I guess, aside from the smoky beam, perhaps. Or maybe X-ray. He might still want X-rays. He has Fantoon left to go. There is a prom being taken to, and a Kraid being told to sit the F back down by Nito. That was a quick dance. Kraid offering just missiles behind him for the trouble. And Fenix is going to piece right on out of here and just run right up to the wrecked ship. Unless, of course, he's going to try and ballsily attempt the infamous Fantoon skip. So, Nito is about to find the grapple beam here, and wonder what his reaction will be when he spies that. Hesitates for just half a second. And, yes, the emote that I just posted in the chat right there, WJG. Had a couple runners, I think 1 or 2 may have attempted to go for a Kraid skip at some point. But Dragon and Ridley are a little too vital in their connected to their own massive areas to just forget about once you're in those respective areas. Yeah, no, not an official phenomenon. Negative. So Nito flies through the penetrator, the Great Wall, as Fenix more literally flies through Mount Everest, reaches the escape hatch, and arm pumps at the fish for no particular reason. No particularly apparent reason. That's going to take Nito through the Magmire on the way down to Lower Norfair, and Fenix back into the east wing of the Red Tower. Waving to the fish. As good an explanation as any. Alright, Nito, now armed with absolutely everything. Well, maybe not absolutely. He didn't go checked. He doesn't have screw, so that might be a bit of a thing, but other than that, has the chargeless full beam combo. As Phoenix needs no more ammo whatsoever. It just pops merrily right over the moat supers. And I don't expect Nito to check anything here, but he's making me out to be a liar again. Guess he wants that, guess he figures he could find a vanilla screw attack over here, which is not going to happen. But, oh, then again, changes his mind. Or he just wanted enough room to do the fast pillars, get the charge there. Which can be done without opening the gate, but using a stutter short charge and getting that door transition just right. I guess similarly to the speed Zebetite skip, but is very tight. And if Nito doesn't have confidence in his abilities to do that, then who are we to stand in his way? And he got the fast pillars, so did his spark the desired method. Phoenix has entered and is taking on his final boss. With Charge Ice Plasma, his charged beam shots will do 600 damage, and that'll make it technically 5 shots on Fantoon. He can just use a missile to achieve that last 100 damage. Or mix and match them. He was out of supers just for the moment, but one of Fantoon's flames there was kind enough to drop one. Although that's less than consequential, the only thing he'll need to get out of here is... Actually, he won't need anything to get out of here. Nito also grabbing the Santo Poco save, perhaps for a different reason. Phoenix only had 4 E-tanks by this point. Nito is missing screw, so I'd speculate that's his reason. And that is 4 bosses down on Phoenix's side. He's off to the statues, off to the gallery with him. Oh, Nito nicely rolling under the first Mega Desk Giga. He will find another E-tank over here and will probably want it. Yeah, rolled away for just a second, then on second thought. That's going to give him 8 E-tanks if he does check out the Ridley item and gets the vanilla beam down here. The vanilla bean ice cream. He will be eligible to perform the stand-up glitch on Mother Brain. Which Phoenix is not, but it is probably not going to make a difference. Phoenix is already back out of the wrecked ship. We're back onto the wrecked strip, at least. Reverse ocean flying on back, and will find his way back to Crateria and Torian in almost no time flat. So, unfortunately, there was sadly no tribute to my lovely fellow girl bear, PBB, in this run, unless they decide to do it right now. I doubt that. Phoenix is gonna hop in the ship, get a refill, which is a good call, even though he has charge. He was only down to 3 supers. And all that's left for him now is headquarters. As Nito has entered his own 4th boss. Yeah, that's too bad about Phoenix, but, well, he He started asking me to calm his races from now on to give him luck so that he can win, and at least in this one and the couple before it, it appears to have worked. So, coming on to 53 minutes. A bit of difference in the timers, about a 6-second difference, but yeah, both runners now with 4 bosses down, and we'll see if Nito... He's not hopping right back up to the door, so it looks like he wants to make this check, and he's gonna find it. Wonder if we'll see any rage fired into it, but nope, just morphing on into collect. Nicely done, Nito. So Nito has his means to do the stand-up glitch, to perform a little stand-up comedy, which Phoenix, having a bit of stage fright, will not be doing here today. But Phoenix is 2 Metroid rooms through. Everyone always stopping to kill the Metroids, but no one stops to say a little hello, frolic with, or kill the Pescetios, which I find to be a shame, quite frankly. There are 9 of them in Metroid Room 3 you could have a little fun with, and Phoenix gets latched a couple times, but uses the regular bombs to just knock them off. And unmorphs before hitting the floor there in Metroid Room 4. That's a technique I think I'm going to have to start employing. Passes the Sandhoppers, passes the Dust Terizo. Yep, we might just have a sub-hour from Phoenix. In fact, it's looking pretty good, even if he has to sit through the cutscene. Never did get... He found the high jump boots, but never did get them either, so, yeah, we're not going to see any sort of baby skipping attempts here. Just damages himself down a little bit. He's going to pause to re-equip Varia and turn off Screw Attack. As Nito, none the wiser, suspecting nil, simply exiting Lower Norfair. Well, maybe not suspecting nil. Let's see, and Phoenix actually going for the Crystal Flash. Nice technique right there in the waiting room, as it not only refills your health, but also wipes out all the coral for you in a big hurry, which he could use right there. He also could have used a power bomb or two in the big coral web there, without the immense assistance of the smoky beam. That takes Nito back on through the single chamber room. Phoenix through the deserted desert and the Rinka shaft. No one having said anything in SRL since the gun was shot and the countdown was completed, so as they're just waiting on things to happen at this point. Phoenix, wisely freezing all 3 Pescetios, running out of regular missiles, so Supers will take over the job here until MB1 is down. Now, you let the Rinkas thaw back out, so they respawned immediately, but that didn't matter. By that point, he already had MB1 conquered. And she's up. And we've got us another sweet little catfight on our hand. Phoenix going with supers for the most part, and all the way down until he's out of them. As a lot of runners opt to fire supers until they're down to 15 and save those last 15 for the catch-up phase. But, Phoenix is marching to his own proverbial drummer here. He takes 1 catch-up there, but he's still good. He's still at 433 health. And that'll do it. Phoenix, we saw turn Varia back on, so he's fine. And this race will be his to lose. As Nito flies back up through Meridia, through Everest. And I am seeing a co-commentator on the chat that probably really wants to hop on the mic. All right. There's a sweet little cutscene in which Phoenix can grab a quick drink or check out his social media really briefly. What's silent? The game audio? Is there no game audio or something? Because I have the thing muted so I don't hear my own voice, so I wouldn't know about that. Oh. Okay, the chat's silent. Yeah, I guess there hasn't been that much chatting. I see 29 viewers right now, which is appears to be the max for this particular one, and the smoky one, Mea Culpa, has had a few derps throughout the course of this race, but oh, now there's a new max now. It's 31. And Phoenix into MB3. The usual, the norm, 36 hyperbeam shots. Nito passes through the void into the gallery and drops 32. Like I said, WJG really wants to do commentary, I suspect. So get them to give you that role. And Neo, welcome as well. Alright, that just leaves an escape on Phoenix's side. Welcome, Peter. Welcome, everybody. I'll toss my own up in here, and one as well, now that I finally have it for my fellow Galabert. Alright, there's a hop into a diagonal spark for Phoenix through room 3. Nito into room 1. Nito into room 1 and 2, and now 3. Nito into escape room, and Nito into Metroid room 4, as Phoenix is into escape room 4. 4 of each types of room on either side of headquarters. And Nito reaches the Sandhoppers. Still nothing just yet. Pardon me. Still nothing just yet in SRL. Phoenix in another moment. Oh, does a Behemoth Spark. Right side. And Nito damaging himself down a bit. Might see, probably not by the way he's damaging himself down, but he at least could go for the baby skip. Phoenix could have too, but it wouldn't have achieved a thing really, and wouldn't have saved any time without high jump. But no baby skip here either. And Phoenix hops on the ship, and that'll do it. FenixDown finishes in first place with an official Speedruns live time of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 16 seconds. Big GJs and JGs to FenixDown. So, I have just asked him if he'd like to hop into the voice channel. As Nito gets his refill the old-fashioned way, and Space hops on through the deserted desert. Takes a little wee drop down the Rinka shaft. And even though Nito has Smokey validated, he freezes the Rinka from underneath.
Hello?
Well, hey.
Hey.
Greetings. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm just pulling up the stream now. Where is neatorific at?
Oh, MB1.
Okay, so it's really close then.
Yeah, pretty
well,
close. Hey,
yeah.
The Smoky one has brought you luck again. Greetings. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I honestly thought when I found Varia that I was going to be behind.
MB1.
Just because the full clear Meridia takes so much time. and I did
Yeah,
everything
pretty
but
close.
plasma.
The
so.
smoky one has brought you luck again.
Yeah,
Nito did everything but plasma and shack tool, so he was without a screw attack. And at the time of finding Varya, you were a little behind, but you went straight down to Lower Norfair after that, and Nito was still running
Nito
around
did
doing
everything
this and
but
that
plasma
otherwise.
and shack tool,
Before
so he was
felt
without
he
a
wasn't
screw
quite
attack.
ready for
And
Lower Norfair.
at the
so,
time of finding Varya, you were
yeah,
a little
you
behind,
you
but
were actually back
you,
up to the
you
wreck
went straight
ship
down to
in
Lower
Criteria
Norfair
while he
after
was still
that,
at Ridley.
and
Nito was still running around doing this and that otherwise. Before
Yeah,
felt he
when I
wasn't
got
quite
Varya, I
ready
thought
for
it's going to be faster
Lower
to go down and
Norfair,
clear it
so
because I have screw attack than to
yeah,
go
you
clear
were
Fantune
you were
and then
actually
go down
back
and
up
come
to
back
the
up. So
wrecked ship in
maybe only a
Criteria
minute
while
difference,
he was still
but
at
I
Ridley.
figured it would definitely be faster to get down there and clear it.
So any thoughts about this seed as a whole?
No, I think it was fun, but I always have fun playing this game. So, I realize how much I hate not having wave beam. It's so obnoxious
So
to
any
shoot
thoughts
all
about
those
this
blocks.
seed as a whole?
Like, it's obnoxious. Where was wave? Oh, right there, energy tank, gauntlet. Oh, it was that gauntlet. Yeah, I saw the high jump boots there, and I thought they're not gonna save me enough time to be worth going up there. Because I thought about it on the way up to Fantune.
Yeah, so had you known where the smoky beam was, collectively that has saved a nice chunk of time. But
if I would have known another good item was there, I might have traversed up there for sure. Anything stick out as far as watching the match? How about the multiple attempts for the moonfall there?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it seemed like you really wanted that.
Yeah, I was really upset that I didn't get it because you don't get to do that very often. It's not often you've got all the elements to be able to do that right there, so.
Oh, true. It mainly requires screw attack. And
yes, screw
not
attack
sure
early.
if you and moonwalk turned on, of course, but not sure if you need anything besides that. But you are walking away from this one with 39% items, and you won at the cost of merely not smoky validating. So smoke has forgiven you.
That's true. That might have been the difference there. 39%. That's kind of low for me. I guess 42, 43 is usually about where I'm at. But I stopped picking up any ammo once I got that Ridley beam, so that was nice.
Oh, yeah, vanilla Ridley beam for the first time I've seen in a good while.
Well, we haven't had a Phoenix Down seed for a while, so maybe that's why. Because it always seems to be there for me. In races, anyway, not in practice seeds. Only in races.
Yeah.
But I also found speed, so it's rare I find speed in these races, so that was nice.
Speed was very generously given near the beginning. And
yeah, after I got into Red Tower area the first time, I realized I didn't check Waterway, and I had speed and gravity, and I thought, oh great, the game was telling me to go to Waterway, but I guess nothing ended up being there.
No, it's just ammo, I do believe. And Nito hits the ship and finishes with an official speedrun's live time, 1 hour, 6 minutes, 39 seconds. Sorry. And I'll pass him the same. Yeah, as we established at the beginning, 2 ouches in the hash.
Yeah, it ended up not being too bad. Like it wasn't hiding the suits anywhere, and seems like progression was pretty readily given. So.
Well, perhaps illusory ouches this time. But you paid a little visit to several of the ouches, and you both went into Aqueduct and found that French vanilla Aqueduct in there. And you also went to Shack Tool, so there were oh, wait a second. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of yards, not ouches.
Which ones are the ouches?
Those are the spiky ones that float around in the bottom of the sand.
Oh, those are well named.
Yeah. The other snails, the really irritating ones that zip around the aqueduct and the shack tool room, those are yards. Nito saying he thinks his Discord may be frozen. Well, I guess if we get him in, we get him in. So.
Yeah, that was a pretty fast seed. I think that might be my second fastest time ever. I think my best is like 1 hour and 30 seconds. I've yet to have an under an hour run, so still looking for that.
Ah, nice. Well, if you had found one more E-tank, you could have gone for stand-up. If you do that, that didn't happen to be in the cards for either of you, actually, I think. Nito got 7 E-tanks, but I don't think I saw him do it, but I can't be totally sure. And...
yeah, I actually have been practicing the stand-up, but I don't know if I'm comfortable enough to do it in a run yet.
Oh, certainly fair enough. Oh, yes. Oh, and, as I'm not sure it's been, tossed up here yet, there are the commands. Go ahead and do please follow everyone, especially the runners, providing us with more free entertainment, as always. Entertainment for them as well, which works out best for everybody. Everyone wins. So, yeah, let's see. Were there any other... I think the only item we didn't see after everything was X-ray. So, did you happen to note where that was in your spoiler log?
You know that I'm terrible at watching the spoiler log, Smokey.
Well, you saw a wave beam.
It's true. I looked at the screen right when it was showing wave beam, so...
Okay, Golden Torizo missiles had X-ray scope, so no one was going there, clearly. You guys did have space jump, but no one was going there.
So did we follow pretty much the same route then, Kraid and then Meridia?
No, you guys had divergent routes, divergent bosses. It was very interesting to see. Neither was exactly IBO. You've said everything, just I've said a lot of stuff just as you've typed it throughout the course of this, WJG. But yeah, as I try to think about it now, I think you went to Kraid first because you had space jump really early on, and Nito went to Gauntlet and then went to Fantoon first, and then it was just swapping bosses and routes from there.
Okay, so
and
we checked pretty much the same stuff except he did Gauntlet, but other than that, that's why it was so close, it seems.
Huh. Just tell me when I should put him into your channel. You can put Nito in there whenever if he's in the green room. Oh, okay. Okay, and Nito's in the green room, also appears to be muted for a moment. Oh. And he also said that in SRL. I wasn't looking at the SRL at the moment she said that. Doing this all on one laptop, so it's greetings, Nito.
Sorry.
Hello, Nito. I think I just barely heard you say what's up.
Sorry, I was messing with my mute switch. Hi.
Hey.
GG to Nito.
Yep, GG.
So, how did it feel overall, that one?
I was still in combo rando mode. But other than that, yeah, full clearing wrecked ship was a mistake. Other than that,
oh yeah,
I could have done with fewer supers.
Yeah, well, you managed to smoky validate, and you got the high jump boots, so that was a cool thing.
I wanted the high jump boots,
which is more than I can say for your opponent, but that's fair enough. I brought him the fortune in this one, and certainly not conspiring against you or anything, Nito. Phoenix likes me to be on the mic in his races.
Good luck, Charm.
No problem. So I need more practice with just Super Metroid because I never know when I have enough of everything to do this area or that area.
All right, well, practice makes pretty darn okay, as I like to say.
Well, I'm glad that it was a close race. I think,
Close-ish.
Yeah, 5 minutes. That's pretty close.
yeah, I
Would
think
you like to know
anytime
where?
a person's in Tori and when the other person's finished, it's a pretty close race.
Yeah.
Would you like to know where any of the items were, Nito?
Screw attack?
Shack Tool, believe it or not.
Yeah, I would have never went there.
Yeah, a check that Phoenix actually went ahead and made, but Ghost Wizard forgot to mark Shack Tool on Phoenix's tracker. But I'm sure he won't forget to do that again. But no one went to Croc, so Croc didn't have anything anyways, which is which is a rarity, but happens. And a vanilla Ridley beam, that was interesting.
What beam?
Oh, vanilla Ridley beam. Ridley has had charge a number of times throughout the course of this tournament.
I checked it just because he's had charge so many times that I was pretty sure he would have it.
Yeah. And voila. But you both found high jump and bombs at that point, which are the other two things Ridley seems to have in a lot of these. Otherwise, it's usually just missiles or a crap tank.
Yeah, the fact that we already had bombs, or I already had bombs, I had a strong feeling charge was going to be there.
Right.
I'm not sure when Nito killed Dragon before or after Ridley.
Before.
Yeah, Ridley was his last boss. So he did close to IBO. He just switched or no, you may have done Crate third, because he didn't. That's right, he didn't have space jump throughout Meridia, for which I felt a little sorry for him.
It's just kind of slow in Coliseum. Other than that,
right. Coliseum, the ultimate space jump tutorial room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did Kraid and then Dragon, and then I went and found Varia and went straight down to Ridley and then finished on Fantoon.
I started on Fantoon. I cleared all of Wreck Ship for 3 E-tanks and nothing else.
Yes, truly was a wrecked ship this time.
That sounds like the difference, because a full clear wreck ship is usually 8 or so minutes, and then getting in and getting out is usually in between 2 and 3, right? So that was pretty much the difference right there.
Yeah, well, gambling and failing your gambles is part of the game.
Yep. Yeah, and I skipped Spore Spawn, Supers, and Wavegate, which are 2 checks that I usually make. I just felt like there was already so many items in Brinstar that it had already given its due.
Wavegate had an E-tank, vanilla, and I think Bospo had missile or something.
Oh yeah. Those checks would have bounced, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, I ended with only 6 E-tanks, so I was glad to find that one before Ridley, because that yeah, Amadeus, we probably will have a third match, just because third matches seem to be my thing.
I was collecting tanks because I wanted to do stand-up, and I did.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Forgive me for missing that then. But yeah, a little stand-up comedy performed on Nito's side, who came away with a total of 8 E-tanks, I believe. The 8th one, if memory serves, was shameful. But you were down there without Screw Attack at the time, so I don't blame you. Yeah, this is alternative winners bracket round 3, match 1 between these two runners. So don't see match 2 on the schedule yet. I guess you guys will schedule that when you will.
Yeah, later.
And that will determine. See, everyone always likes to see a good game 3. except possibly the person who won game 1. So, and we all look forward to it. There's your label under your time, Phoenix. You're the big wiener. And
nice.
Anything further, fellas?
I don't think so. Just thanks as usual to Smokey for commentary, WJG for getting the room ready and doing the restream, and Ghost Wizard for the tracking, other than the Shack tool.
Yeah, thanks for that, fellas.
You allowed Shack Tool to live in this one. Gracious of you, as he had a nice, helpful item. And
True.
Yeah, I might be the first and only person in history to be able to say this. Coming up later today, at least tentatively, we have a 10-way.
10-way? What?
Yeah,
a 10-way race? 2
of them are highlighted in red on the schedule. Says non-tournament exhibit. Exhibition races, I guess. Polesmar versus John Olphil and Chicken versus Crunchy Lex. 2 runners I have not heard of before, or 4 runners I have not heard of before, but the other 6 I have. Starisms versus O'Deer, Kenny versus Tillamorph, and Swap versus Captain Dapper. So 2 of those are spoken for with crew. And after that as well, Tracy M versus AWP 82 at 4 o'clock. 6 o'clock, 3 back-to-back matches, tentative 3, Real Pyro versus Ashter, and 7 p.m., Bagel Thief versus Nevdi, which, AW round 2, match 1. I thought their match 1 happened yesterday, but, oh well, I guess whatever is the case there will be sorted out eventually. Okay, WJG letting us know Kenny looks to be the one restreamed since full crew is on that. And already then, I guess I'm out, and we'll look forward to the forthcoming matches for the rest of today. Gentlemen, good job again.
Thank you.
Thanks again. GG's again, and we'll see everyone later.
WJG, the one I was saying looked March 30th, 7 p.m. It says L round 2, match 1, Bagel Thief and Nevdi, and I thought the 2 of them raced each other yesterday. So that's that. There's a first little Samus head lit up on Phoenix's side, and their next match together, TBA. So until next time, I owe you a little dose of whispering because I haven't been giving it to you this race. This is the Smoky One saying